All right, tonight rather, it's nighttime. Tonight, I don't know where my brain's at. Guys, if you're looking for a 4B12, a built 4B12 engines for mainly Caliber SRT4s is what this is for. They'll go in Patriots and Compasses or whatever you want. But if you want a Caliber SRT4 engine, we're gonna have some in stock. Real Tune Performance. Shoot them an email, let them know what you're looking for. These are RT600s, RT500s. You can also upgrade to the RT800, which is a fully sleeved engine. But we've got some of these engines ready to go. So if you guys want one, check that out. In the meantime, the engines are done, so I'm actually gonna move these over out of the way. So that way I've got this second bay open here. I've started cleaning in here really good. So I'm gonna get 3 of these on engine stands and then move the other 3 on a table over here to the side where everything's out of the way. Cover it up and get those out of the way until somebody orders one and ship it out. But in the meantime, it's time to start working back on Gooch. So, as you can see in the last video, we finished painting the roll cage. So my first step is gonna be to peel all this plastic and tape off and see what the finished product looks like. So the outside being black, the inside is a smoke gray. It's all covered up right now. And the cage went back to a gloss black. So we're gonna peel all that off. And then I think this weekend, we're actually gonna start working on Gooch's engine. So for the next few episodes, really, I call them episodes, videos, whatever you wanna call them. For the next few videos, we're gonna start working on the front of this car. And I know I keep flip-flopping you guys back and forth, but I've started working on the front of this car. So it was a little rough. So what I've done is just kind of sand it back down, work a little bit here and there. We cut some more metal out of it. The windshield wiper cowl is gone. So we've got some more room behind the engine to work. So that's gonna be painted. Oh, that stinks. So that's gonna get painted here pretty soon. But this weekend, I think I've got everything I need to go ahead and start working on the engine. And I'm gonna start that tomorrow morning as soon as I wake up. That way I've got a full day to work on this thing and see if I can get it together tomorrow. But tonight, there's a lot of cleaning and organizing to do in here. I've been painting random parts, organizing, making lists of what all I need to do to get the first stuff done. So the next couple episodes are gonna be the engine, showing you guys the transmission, transfer case, the clutch, getting all that together. The new tubular subframe going in up front. I've got tubular lower control arms. Painting all this stuff up front for the front subframe to go in, the front suspension. We'll get the front brakes started on this thing, engine bay finished up, and start putting all this stuff in here. And hopefully, I think in the next 30 days, I want the front of the car to be done. And then after that, we'll move to the back of the car, get the rear diff, the suspension, the brakes done back there, tubular subframe back there as well. And that'll let me start figuring out my drive shaft, my axles, what I'm gonna use for that stuff. As well as all the running gear will be under the car. So I can start running the fuel lines for the fuel system. I can start running all the brake lines to where everything's gonna go. That way I'll know where all the moving parts are so I can stay away from that stuff. So that's the plan to get started. And hopefully this thing goes together pretty quickly. I'm gonna try to have this car ready. I'd like to say 90 days. I'd like to say 3 months and we could see this thing running by the middle of the year, which that's kind of my goal. So I've got to get started, but step 1, if you look around the garage, bit of a mess. I've been moving a whole bunch of stuff around. I've been pretty busy. I'm gonna do a little bit of organizing and then move these engines out of the way. And then I'll come back probably about, I don't know, an hour from now, kind of check in and see where we're at. And I'll start walking you guys through some of the parts that have came in for Gooch. And I'll show you where we're sitting. So give me just a minute and I'll come right back. All right, we are rolling right along. So let's look at the car real quick. Here it is. Here's the cage. Black cage, smoke gray interior, black car. It's beautiful. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. If I want to do some color highlighting in the car, I can do it with like the valve cover and the harnesses, little stuff like that. But I'm not painting the cage every time I want to change a color. So black, gray, black. That way painting is just done. I'm not doing that again. I hate taping and painting and untaping. It's so much sanding. I hate sanding. Speaking of sanding, there's still sanding to do, but that's okay. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna get the engine bay ready to go. Currently working on the valve cover, right? We're gonna scuff it up a little bit and make it match all the other stuff that's right over here. So all of this stuff has already been painted. We got a bunch of engine brackets to the car, alternator bracket, timing cover, valve cover, the little piece that covers the coil packs. We've got the rear crash bar, tubular crash bar. We've got the front tubular crash bar. We've got the rear tubular subframe. That's the all-wheel drive subframe from Real Tune, where you can put the Evo 8.9 Rally Art differential in it. We got the tubular front subframe for the Caliber, the motor mount and the bolts that go with that. All of that stuff has been painted, ready to put on the car. In the meantime, we're doing the intake manifold. Of course, we're going to end up painting the valve cover to match everything. Over here, we've still got the thermostat housing, the coolant pipe right there, the front tubular control arms, front sway bar. I'm not painting the steering rack, but I am going to clean it up really nice. I might replace the tie rods on this thing. We've got a couple ripped boots here and there. I might end up rebuilding the coilovers. They ran fine. They're just really old, so I don't know how long these things typically last, and then with them sitting for another 4 years or so. Maybe time for a rebuild. I don't know. I might put them in the car, drive it for a little bit, and just see how they feel. The front knuckles, they can get painted. We can swap the hubs in those to some brand new ones, make sure they're all good to go, fresh. Sway bar end links, we can go ahead and paint those. So there's nothing gold on the car. I'm not a big gold fan. So a lot of stuff going on. This is mostly for the front of the car here, with the exception of the two things for the engine down here, but that's all for the front subframe. So after all of that's painted, rebuilt, redone, we can put it all on our front tubular subframe back here. And then once we get the engine, transmission, transfer case all put together, hopefully the next 2 days I'll be working on the engine, getting it together. And of course I'll do another video when that gets going. All that stuff is gonna be everything for the front of the car. So front of the car goes together first. That's why I'm trying to get the engine bay done in the next few days. So once that engine is done, we can hook up clutch, transmission, transfer case, steering rack, subframe, all of that stuff. The steering wheel will go back in the car, so that means part of the dash will go back in the car. That's why the interior got done, so the dash can start going back in, so we can start hooking up that stuff. Everything ties together all nice and neat, so I'm trying to get everything done before it's assembled, so as I'm assembling it, I don't have to wait on something. Everything's just waiting on me to put it in. And we're almost there. I think tomorrow get the engine together, and then maybe the next weekend we could start getting the clutch, transmission, transfer case, all that stuff. We can go ahead and get the subframe together and get everything ready to go up in the car. And then maybe 2 weekends from now, we shove all of that stuff in the front of the car and it's ready to go in. And the front of the car should be, I'll say done enough to move to the back of the car and start working on that. So that's kind of the plan for now. So let me look. Here it is. Okay. So I got a bunch of stuff over here on the table. Hello, Santa and Jesus. Bunch of stuff came in. I think I've covered all my addresses. I think I'm good here. Gaskets. I've got gaskets for almost everything. I've got new water pumps, oil pumps. I've got crankshaft pulleys. I've got head gaskets, motor mounts. I've got engine bearings. I've got ARP flywheel bolts, ARP head studs, ARP rod bolts, ARP main studs. I've got everything in the world over here for ARP ready to go in. We went with the 625 head studs, 625 rod bolts. I've got, what is this box? This is the clutch. Okay, so we'll pull that out in a few days and take a look at it. I don't want to unbox it right now just because it's heavy and a pain in the butt to get back in the box. This box down here, that big box right there, is full of brackets, random sprockets, pulleys, bolts, brackets. It's just miscellaneous stuff for the Evo because this is my first Evo X engine. There's a used starter for an Evo X. There's just stuff laying around everywhere. So all this stuff is just waiting to go on. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of all the boxes over there. There's a ton of stuff, guys. And it's coming. It's coming in the next few weeks. And like I said, I've put a goal on myself of 90 days. I want this car to go from this bare shell to a running car. I want it to be able to drive in 90 days, not just crank up. I want to be able to back it out of the garage in 90 days. I don't know if that's achievable. It's crazy, but I'm gonna see if I can do it. Parts are coming in. There's a couple things I have to wait on until stuff is in the car to order because I don't know what size or whatever it may be. There are a few things that I've got to wait on, but hopefully moving so quickly, getting it together will help speed up getting those new parts. So of course, all the body panels, they've been stacked up waiting forever. The seats have been stacked up waiting forever. They're getting new, we're gonna make some new, what are they called? Seat brackets, I guess. We ended up getting a carbon fiber hood. So a guy posted this for sale. I think when he was driving, the hood blew up. So you can see where it's cracked in certain places around here. And there are holes drilled for hood pins, which I don't care. This is the perfect hood for Gooch. It's very used, not beautiful at all, but functional. It's a carbon fiber hood. So I believe I think I weighed it. I'm pretty sure it was still lighter than my hood, which my hood was a factory SRT4 hood. Where is my hood? My hood is somewhere. I think it's still lighter than the one, because my hood, I took the webbing out from under it. So I took like half the metal off of that hood, and I still think the carbon fiber hood is lighter. So I went ahead and picked that up, and that's the SRT10 style hood. I don't know if you can see it in the background back there. Pretty big fan of that. It's pretty cool looking. I was gonna leave Gooch pretty well stock appearing, with the exception of the rivets holding the Lexan windows in, but I didn't want to do any aftermarket body panels, but man, that was such a good deal on that hood, and it's broken, so I feel like I might have been the only one to get it. So I got it. I'm gonna try to epoxy over some of those little split points right there, and probably just do either 4 hood pins to hold it onto the car really good, or something. But it was the perfect panel for me, so that is the plan as of right now. This is where I'm at tonight. I am painting a few other things, getting ready for this weekend. It is Friday night right now, so I've still got Saturday and Sunday to go, work on everything all weekend, and I will bring out another video. I'm gonna try to do daily, every other day type videos just to show you guys what I'm working on, because I want this car to move really fast, and I feel like that's gonna help motivate me, as if I'm recording myself doing it, it's gonna actually make me go do something. So hopefully, every couple of days you'll get a video. If not every day, every other day, whatever it is. Let's pump some videos out and let's get some stuff done on this car. So I think that's gonna do it for tonight. I know it was just a lot of talking, a lot of looking around, but tonight is all about preparing for what we're doing tomorrow. So I'm trying to clean up, get everything I need done for this weekend, and we'll move ahead. So that's enough talking for me. I will see you guys probably tomorrow. I'll probably post another video tomorrow. So I'll see you guys in that video. Thanks for watching. Bye.